In July 2024, Blake Lively scrapped time in the makeup chair for a wholesome Instagram selfie. The former Gossip Girl star smiled as she arranged flowers on a work top and her bright skin glowed. Blake's complexion had a healthy, natural shine, and her lips remained hydrated and plump, even without heavy lip liner and gloss. She also had a natural flush to her cheeks, which made her look years younger than her age. She was 36 at the time.
It's been crazy. It's been a crazy week. I haven't slept in like a lot of time.
In 2008, Blake Lively let her skin breathe when she arrived at LAX with a messy do and seemingly without foundation, lipstick, or even an eyebrow pencil.
Well, you'll be happy to know he asked me to go to a dinner for the French ambassador tomorrow night.
The actor's brows were still full without any help, and her slightly paler but flawless complexion proved the importance of SPF all year round. I don't wear any though.
This is exactly why I didn't want you for this. My father did. And I would have gone with Jensen.
In winter, I focus on hydration. In summer, I go with lighter moisturizers. And regardless of the season, I am always focused on sun protection, she told Marie Claire in 2017. Forget fancy made-up campaigns because Blake Lively went casual to promote her Betty Buzz mocktails in July 2024 on Instagram.
When I first started Betty Buzz, I set out to create the best tasting sparkling drink out there.
The Green Lantern star proudly showed off her natural freckles and a little redness on her cheeks and chin, which only made her more relatable.
Because at Betty Buzz, we don't test on animals. We test on men.
Blake had no dark under-eye circles and smiled for the camera with a look that fit her basic routine. During the lockdown, many of us resorted to at-home hair maintenance, and Blake Lively was no different. The actress shared a time-lapse Instagram video without a drop of makeup as she and her husband Ryan Reynolds tended to her locks. After Lively prepped her tresses, Ryan Reynolds applied a dye while her cosmetics-free skin glowed. Blake Lively is known for her flattering lip combo, but had a slightly paler pucker without the help of lipstick or lip liner. Blake Lively beat the paparazzi at their own game by sharing several photos to Instagram in 2022 displaying her baby bump. The first image from the beauty, whose maternity fashion was iconic, showed her makeup-free with a big smile, and her pregnancy glow was so real. Blake Lively wore an adorable red plunging swimsuit with cutout over her pregnant belly and pulled her hair back into a messy bun to show off her natural facial radiance. Once again, the star's complexion was immaculate and her eyes pierced without mascara or liner. Blake Lively's makeup-free moments prove she is a star who does not need cosmetics. She turns up the glam when she wants to, but she's often spotted without any eyeliner, lipstick, or blush, or in flawless, minimum makeup that looks natural. Let's take a look at the beauty evolution of the star Blake Lively and how her style has changed over the years. Ever since she rose to fame as the star of Gossip Girl, Blake Lively has been considered one of the most beautiful women in the world. She has gone on to play the lead in multiple films, act as a spokesmodel for L'Oreal Paris, and marry Hollywood heartthrob Ryan Reynolds. Let's dive in and take a peek at how her style has changed since she first started. Here she is in 2005 promoting her first major movie role at 18 years old on the red carpet. Before that, she has a small part in Sandman as a child. Already we can see that she was lightening her naturally darker hair color to get that golden honey tone that would become her signature. The next year, she kept the beachy hair, but dressed it up with a slick of creamy, bold red lipstick. People are suspecting that she had her canine fangs filed down a little bit, and she may have also brightened her smile. Here she is in 2007 when Gossip Girl premiered. Blake quickly became a household name and her long blonde hair became wanted by millions of women. Already you can see the results of working with an A-list styling team. The beachy blonde hair has been replaced by a darker golden hue and styled in smooth, bouncy waves. By 2008, she was getting invites to Chanel parties. She looks gorgeous with lashes and liner and seems to be really coming into her own style. In 2009, Blake experimented with some pink eyeshadow and beachy waves. Super cute look, and her Hollywood waves couldn't be shinier. This is 2010. During her downtime from Gossip Girl, she began to build her film career, and here we can see a more grown-up style to go with it. Her hair is sleek and smooth, and rather than heavy shadow or lashes, she opted for simple winged liner. Here she is in 2011, looking absolutely radiant. The year 2011 marked a distinct change in her style. Suddenly, it became a whole lot more experimental and fashion-forward. Case in point, this new red hair color with bold blonde highlights, a messy fishtail braid, and a glittering gold hair accessory. She also has the biggest smile, maybe because she was attending the event with her co-star and husband-to-be. A year later, not only were Blake and Ryan now officially a couple, but she also replaced her red hair with her blondest look yet. With retro waves, a thick fringe of lashes, and bright red lips, she looks every inch the young movie star. Blake Lively was barely wearing any makeup here in 2013, and tons of people loved this natural look, including myself. She's naturally gorgeous, so she doesn't need a whole lot of makeup to stand out. In 2014, at age 27, she was pregnant with her first child, so if her face seems a bit more filled out here, that's the reason why. Looking at her roots, I actually did not realize that her natural hair color was this dark. A few months before baby number 2 arrived, Blake showed off her pregnancy glow. With the high ponytail, long lashes, and pink lipstick, she looks like a real-life Barbie doll here, and I mean that in the best way possible. It was her long, thick hair that stole the show when Blake stepped out for this event in 2017. But you may have missed another update to her look: fuller eyebrows. We know she tweezed most of them off in her teenage years, and now they never fully grew back. Now they've suddenly doubled in size. In 2018, as she entered her 30s, Blake solidified her status as one half of Hollywood's favorite power couple, so of course the style had to match. If you look closely at her eye area, you can see numerous stray brow hairs. People were even wondering if she had an eyebrow transplant procedure. Anyway, she looks great. That brings us to one of Blake's most recent looks, with voluminous disco curls that she's been rocking lately. Who knew that she'd been straightening her curly hair all of these years? This was taken just 2 months after she had baby number 4. It's hard to deny that Blake Lively is one of the most stylish celebrities in history, and a versatile one at that. Throughout her time in the spotlight, the actor has gone from bohemian California girl to a sophisticated and chic cosmopolitan mom living in New York. According to the Star, that love of style is all thanks to her mother. Let's take a peek at the surprising transformation of Blake Lively. Blake Lively walked her first red carpet in 2005, and her casual California style was on full show. The then teenager attended the Nickelodeon Kids' Choice Awards in ripped low-rise jeans, a low-slung pink belt, and pointed slingback kitten heels. On top, she wore a baby blue t-shirt with sparkly pink sheer crop top attachment. Blake later told Vogue the top was from none other than Forever 21, a store she was a big fan of at the time. She said, "I wore Forever 21 much longer than I admitted. I just started saying it was vintage because I was so shamed for it." Blake Lively was still finding her signature style in 2008, which resulted in some contrasting looks. She attended the Reebok Freestyle World Tour event in one of her most casual red carpet outfits ever: black skinny jeans with an oversized charcoal cardigan and a black top. Though she dressed things up with pointed-toe heels, the outfit seemed a bit unusual, particularly because she was also carving out a boho chic niche. The bohemian style was on display for the premiere of the Sisterhood of the Traveling Pants 2. In stark contrast to her Reebok look, her poppy orange flowy dress was much more in keeping with her bright, beachy style. And she kept the accessories simple. On her right arm, she wore a gold metallic cuff. On her left, she sported an oversized cocktail ring. The look was in keeping with her laid-back California roots, as she added multiple tiny hair braids. Not to say Blake Lively's pre-2009 style wasn't classy and elegant, but we really saw a shift that year. Now a fully fledged TV star, Lively started to move away from the bohemian vibe in favor of figure-hugging embellished numbers. Blake wore a curve-hugging cobalt blue dress with a thigh-high slit, but this dress wasn't a complete departure from the style she developed. Keeping true to her signature accessory look, she stacked several silver bangles on both wrists and wore her hair in loose beach waves. By the time 2012 rolled around, Blake Lively was ready to cement herself as a movie star. For the LA premiere of her film Savages, she channeled old Hollywood glamour in a mermaid dress. She went extra glam for this red carpet, as she joked to Pop Sugar, "It's thrilling to be here dressed up because this movie I had to be covered in dirt the entire time." This dress, which we think is one of her best ever, was a stunning precursor to the romantic glam designer looks that would become her signature. That September, she attended a Gucci event in a deep red mini dress totally covered in sequins. She expertly matched her strappy heels to her gown and pulled her blonde locks into a ponytail to let the dress have its moment. We saw a more grown-up, edgy style shift from Blake Lively in 2018. To promote her movie A Simple Favor, she wore multiple pantsuits. By this point, the star was a mom of 2, and her classy, sensible, yet still girly and fashion-forward pieces reflected that. These looks proved she was willing to evolve. The pantsuits also showed how Blake can nail a trend on the red carpet while staying true to her style. By 2020, Blake Lively and her husband Ryan Reynolds had welcomed their third child into the world. That January, she appeared on The Tonight Show starring Jimmy Fallon in a black dress and an animal print Louboutin heels. The outfit was on the dark side for the star, who doesn't wear all black very often. Blake Lively has played around with prints before, but seemed to take things to the next level in 2024. She wore a simple top under with a matching giraffe print miniskirt and coat, plus tights and patent knee-high boots, all in brown. She kept things super coordinated with her shoulder bag and wore large hoop earrings.
So yes, Blake's in the media right now for some not great stuff, but let's look at some surprising facts about her that you might not have known. These are some surprising facts about Blake Lively.
Blake Lively, everything is like love and fireworks and romance. So
she was picked on. Sadly, it happens to a lot of people, especially when they are young. Unknown to most people, Blake Lively experienced things as a child due to her appearance. Because she was so interested in fashion, Lively's mother would make adult clothes fit her. This indicated that she appreciated having distinctive clothing. However, it made her stand out among her contemporaries at the Los Angeles exclusive school she attended. It was the only school where people were just downright mean to me, she stated in Vogue. They would make fun of my clothes because I dressed differently than the other kids. Blake has also discussed how, as a child, she was picked on because of her beauty. She shared a snapshot of herself visiting the Sesame Street set in 2018 on Instagram, where she was able to snap a picture with Big Bird. She disclosed in the caption that children would tease her by calling her by that name. Kids used to make fun of me in elementary school by calling me Big Bird because I was too tall and had yellow hair. She stated, "Here's to making best buddies with the things that once hurt you." She wasn't allowed to go to college because of Gossip Girl. Although Gossip Girl helped Blake Lively become well known, this wasn't her first on-screen character. Blake had previously acted in a number of films, including Simon Says and The Sisterhood of the Traveling Pants. A number of these occurred while she was still enrolled in school, necessitating her to make films after classes. Even though she began her career as an actress at an early age, Lively was interested in going to college and preferred Stanford University. Lively had already put off going to college for a year before earning the role of Serena van der Woodsen on Gossip Girl, and she didn't want to put it off any further. The arrangement that suited Lively was that producers assured her that she could pursue part-time studies while working on the series, but as the show gained popularity, Lively had to put in more and more hours and work harder, which left her with little time for education. Lively claimed in an interview with Vanity Fair that the CW had deceived her. It had been stated that executives made a verbal promise that they eventually failed to uphold, rather than including a line about college in her contract. This is advice to anyone. When they say, "We promise, but we can't put it in writing," there's a reason they can't put it in writing, she stated. She kept her relationship secret from everyone else. Prior to her engagement with Ryan Reynolds, Blake Lively was romantically involved with Penn Badgley, another actor. The Netflix series You has made him most famous for his role as Joe Goldberg, but Badgley also acted as Dan Humphrey in Gossip Girl from 2007 until 2012. The two television celebrities were in their early 20s when they started dating, and they made a concerted effort to hide their connection. The two Gossip Girl cast members mostly declined to comment on reports that they were dating, because they were worried the network and their bosses would take offense. The two did, however, eventually come clean about their connection, partly because they discovered that the producers of the show genuinely thought it would be excellent advertising. The Shallows movie was very physically taxing. Blake Lively has never shied away from taking on a lead role. She's been known to go above and beyond, whether it's changing her physique like she did for Elvis and Annabelle, or performing her own stunts. Consider the survival movie The Shallows, which came out in 2016. A shark is pursuing Lively's character, who is stranded far from the coast and must improvise with what little she has to survive. She was determined to make the team pleased with her performance, even though it took a toll on her body, and performed nearly all of the stunts herself in the movie. According to Lively, it's such a physical movie, she said to Entertainment Weekly. "There's a scene where I'm swimming up to the buoy and I crack my face underwater and my nose is gushing, and that was real. That happened. I wasn't supposed to crack my face underwater. After taking such an injury, many performers would have left the scene, but Lively thought she had something important to say. I thought, I'm going to keep going during this take unless I pass out, because I want them to see what they did to me. I want them to see how determined I am. I'm very proud of my nose. I was in so much pain for that week." Some rumors she's subject to are too much. Regrettably, the entertainment industry is not immune to rumors, and individuals pursuing careers in filmmaking must accept a certain degree of intrusiveness into their personal lives. It's just part of the territory. There are a lot of lies and misleading information out there, and many Hollywood stars stars have to put up with various falsehoods about them, even though some rumors about them may turn out to be genuine. There's a lot of extra attention for someone like Blake Lively, a successful lady who, through her marriage to Ryan Reynolds, is part of one of Hollywood's largest power couples. In an open interview with Vogue, Lively described how awful the rumor mill can be at times. "There have been so many things written about me that are untrue and horrifying," she stated. "I can't even believe that my family has to read this stuff." Among them have been nefarious rumors that she and Reynolds are getting a divorce. Some rumors have circulated that she was pregnant earlier in her career, and there have been claims that PR teams have staged some parts of her relationship with Ryan Reynolds to make it seem as natural as possible. She had to get a double surgery for an on-site accident. Blake Lively plays Stephanie Patrick in the 2020 action thriller The Rhythm Section. Stephanie starts training with Ian Boyd, played by Jude Law, to become a skilled fighter and spy. As part of her portrayal, Lively had to participate in numerous action scenes, which resulted in a serious injury to Blake when a stunt went awry. Lively broke her hand so badly during a scene with Law that the filming had to be halted for 6 months. Lively claimed, "My hand basically turned to feta cheese" during her appearance on Good Morning America. Her passion project failed. Preserve is a lifestyle website that Lively founded in 2014. With an emphasis on artisan and distinctive goods from American makers, Preserve sought to market goods that Lively herself had hand-picked. For Blake, making a difference in people's lives, whether superficially or in a meaningful way, was a true passion project. Lively closed Preserve about a year later, and it hasn't been reopened. She launched the website before it was ready to adequately serve its customers, which is why everything went wrong. Blake, who genuinely wanted to provide people with high-quality products from gifted artisans, took a great deal after Preserve's highly publicized and ridiculed end. "We have an incredible team of people who do beautiful work, but we launched the site before it was ready," Lively told Vogue after the website failed. "I never thought I would have the bravery to actually do that, to take the site dark and to say, you know what? I haven't created something that is as true and impactful as I know it can and will be." She has imposter syndrome. Though that may not always be the case, not all performers and entertainers are extremely self-assured individuals who enjoy being in the spotlight. Indeed, Blake Lively is one of the performers who gets nervous before going on stage. Even though a large portion of Lively's family works in show business, she never really intended to pursue a career in it. When she landed the job in The Private Lives of Pippa Lee, Lively told The Independent that she felt that she had fooled the filmmakers. She also said that she is completely shy when the cameras aren't running. She lost her father. Blake Lively's parents had a significant impact on her career development in the entertainment world. Elaine Lively was employed as a talent scout, and her father, Ernie Lively, was an actor with appearances in television shows such as Turner and Hooch and The West Wing. It's perhaps not surprising that Blake Lively pursued a career in acting, given her upbringing in a family heavily immersed in show business, especially considering that she would often go to her parents' acting courses as they couldn't afford to hire a babysitter. Blake Lively and her family were disheartened by Ernie Lively's passing in 2021. It was revealed by The Hollywood Reporter that he had passed away at home in Los Angeles at the age of 74. His wife and kids were by his side, and heart complications were listed as the cause. When it was found, Ernie Lively underwent innovative heart surgery 8 years prior. He felt better than he had in the past and was able to resume an active lifestyle thanks to the procedure, but it all ended rather tragically. People go to some lengths to get photos of her kids. Ryan Reynolds and Blake Lively have made it their goal to maintain the privacy of their personal lives. This has, for the most part, kept the couple's 4 children out of the spotlight. For as long as possible, the two stars have made it a point to keep their children's names and genders a secret. Regretfully, they haven't always had control over their kids' privacy. Lively has had a lot of unpleasant experiences while trying to get pictures of her with her kids taken by pros who will stop at nothing to get the perfect picture. Their wedding location was interesting to say the least. She and Ryan Reynolds got to know each other while working on the highly successful film Green Lantern. Although formal confirmation of their relationship didn't arrive until the following year, speculation about their relationship started to circulate quickly. After less than a year of dating, on September 9, 2012, they tied the knot. According to NBC, the wedding was held at Boone Hall Plantation in Mount Pleasant, South Carolina, which has 9 cabins referred to as Slave Street.
Fans are going at Blake Lively right now and have taken it upon themselves to research her past and dig up every juicy detail. Did you know she was a Nepo baby? It's not common knowledge, but this is what fans are bringing to light.
I need coffee. I got 4 kids.
Blake has been through a PR nightmare over the past month. This includes substantial backlash over her mean girl behavior and comments in multiple resurfaced interviews over the years, including the use of a word to put people down who have transitioned. As she continues to be put down for her actions, a number of social media users have pointed out that many of her out-of-touch comments could be traced back to her privileged background as the daughter of a talent agent and famous actor. By age 10, Blake made her professional debut in a small role in her father Ernie Lively's 1998 film Sandman. While it's not common knowledge that she is a Nepo baby, her family is filled with other entertainers, including her 4 older siblings. Blake is considered a Nepo baby. Her parents Ernie and Elaine Lively were crucial in kickstarting her successful acting career and used their industry connections to help her get her foot in the door. Ernie, who unfortunately passed away in 2021, even starred alongside her in her breakout role in Sisterhood of the Traveling Pants franchise. Blake played his daughter in both films. Over his 50-year career in the industry, Ernie starred in films like Passenger 57, The Dukes of Hazzard, and Turner and Hooch. Additionally, he dabbled in directing and production. Blake's mother, who also did a bit of acting, worked as a talent and manager. Back in 2006, Blake claimed that she didn't have much of a choice when it came to entering show business. The day I was born, when I came home from the hospital, I literally didn't go to my house. I went to my sister's set, she told Radio Free Entertainment. Blake continued to say, I've grown up on sets, my mom is a manager, always has kids come in for coaching, my family's always going over lines for an audition, I'm always using craft service. So it was so much a part of my life that I never really felt a desire for it, and it seemed like such a nightmare. That was the last thing in the world I wanted to do, the mother of 4 admitted. While appearing on The View, Blake recalls a rumor going around in her high school that her parents paid off the show choir director to put her in the singing group. At one point, people lied and said that my parents had paid off the show choir director to put me in the choir because I can't sing or dance to save a life, she recalled. Despite saying she lacked the talent to be in the choir, Blake credited her passion for swaying the director to let her in the group. I lost a lot of friends because of it, she said about the rumor. That was hard to deal with. Ultimately, Blake credits her brother Eric for convincing her to pursue acting professionally. Eric decided that I needed to be more cultured and took me around Europe for 2 months while I was taking world history, she recalled to Radio Free Entertainment. After traveling all over London, Florence, Venice, Rome, Cologne, Brussels, and Paris together, she recalls him sitting her down and asking, what are you going to do with your life? I'm 15 at the time, she said, before noting that her brother predicted she would become an actress and telling his own agents to start sending her on auditions. So happy she did, because she starred in some incredible movies in her film career.